Hey everybody, it's Chance here with yet another episode of Pathologic. Last time we started off day 7 of Changeling Route, um, which essentially we were allowed to leave the house after Bachelor was like, no, you stay here, actually. Um, and we were supposed to go talk to Agalia. We tried to go talk to her, and the executors were like, mayhaps not. You should, you maybe should look more like us if you want to talk to her. So, so we go ahead and walk all the way over to where the dead bodies are being piled or whatever. Get ourselves a mask and a cape. Head ourselves back, and they're like, "Well, actually, I mean, we know you're Clara. You can't fool us. B, right now she is interrogating the Kinds, so which is the reason why we couldn't talk to the Kinds at all. Um, you can't right now. She's interrogating the Kinds, so come back at noon." And we're like, "Okay, all right." So instead, we sleep for a little bit. We find our little sister. We find her crowd of adherents, and then we do a quest for the Bachelor, who happens to be hanging out in the theater currently, where he was like, "Yeah, here's this gun. Give it to one of the worms because our Temmie fucked them over, and they want a gun, and I'll give you a lot of money if you do it." And I'm like, okay." So we go and do that. The worm's like, "Thanks. Here's some white whip." And I was like, "Yay, thank you." We go back to the Bachelor, and he's like, "Well, it was like broken anyway, so like, whatever. Like, it's not gonna work." And so it's just like, "What are you doing, my man?" Clara is under the impression that it's like they're having their own conflict, and that for her sake they should have it because they should be fighting each other. That way they won't get in her way. So we'll see what happens there. Me and the audience, we already know from Haruspec's and Bachelor Route that it kind of does end up becoming a conflict between Haruspec's and Changeling. Though it's hard to know now if that is our player Changeling Clara or if it is her sister, quote unquote. We do know that she exists, right? Because of Clara being unable to tell a lie, it intrinsically leads to this sister of hers being real and true. Agalia, when we finally went and go talk to her, brought up the idea of, "Hey, I think you have multiple personality disorder, schizophrenia, and that's why you can't remember. You are doing all of this, however." And I'm just like, I don't think so, Agalia. I think that's not correct. I don't think that's what's happening here. But of course, like even though by the end of Haruspec's route, Agalia is like fully aware of like her status as a doll in the hands of the powers that be, and I do believe she is conscious of that to some expect. To some level, but like she is also an inquisitor, and then I believe like the idea that there could be such a breakage in the law, capital L law. I don't think that's something she wants, even in the slightest, or even wants to kind of entertain, especially not at this point. But she basically wants us to go interrogate the Sabarovs. So we went over to Alexander, and he's like, "Hey," and he's like, "I understand. Like, I get it. But I want to do something that'll at least, even though no one could envy my position, a lot of people blame me for what happened here. Because, I mean, he did kind of act really rashly. And even though, like, I understand his perspective, it's like there's no matter what I do, this is an epidemic, and things are gonna fall apart. So, he kind of gets it by, like, releasing some choices and everything to the Bachelor, but you know, as we know, like from all perspectives, it's like some of his actions were like, frankly, very stupid, or not necessarily stupid, but very reckless and very self-minded. Um, he is trying to make like a ploy, not a ploy, but like a play that is like, well, it wasn't 100. Like, I know, like I'm going to be found guilty for what I've done. And I feel like from the beginning he's kind of assigned to that, but at the same time it's like, your actions weren't that great, my dude. You did mess up here, really big time. But we're basically going to try to get some other pieces of evidence about the powers that be, I think. So he wants us to go talk to Bachelor and do all of that. So that's kind of what our next plan of action is, so to speak. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Load game. Alright. Okay. Okay, so we already know that he is here at the theater. I think I already talked to everybody too, so I think... Yeah, it does. I think I misunderstood of when people get sick. I thought it was starting the end of the day, day 6, but I guess it is starting, I think, the end of the day, day 7. So we'll get someone sick today, at the end of the day. So, yeah, so let's go talk to Bachelor. We're going to kind of mainly do the main quest right now. I don't know if any other side quests will reveal themselves, but, because, I mean, we haven't talked to the Haruspecs at all. I want to go down here. Alright. Oh yeah, updates. All those months ago... Oh, did we talk to Katarina? I don't think we have. Let me talk to Katarina.
The worst is
Okay. We've talked to her, but I wasn't sure that... We talked to her before we got the main quest, so we're just starting with Alexander. We'll probably go to Katarina. Admittedly, though, she is not... You know, all things said, you know, they do not, you know, the power dynamic is not very clean in that way. So we're gonna go all the way around so that I can avoid going into the infected district. Yeah, but like all those months ago when my keyboard got messed up, and then I went to and then I went to Best Buy, and then I got in the car accident, etc., etc. So, after about over 2 months, I was like, let me see if, like, if maybe there's something I can clean or whatever, you know. I tried doing that initially, but didn't really go anywhere. But I went ahead and I did that, and guess what? My keyboard's working again. All the buttons. Alright, perfect. Hello. But now it's working again. Because it's like, what happened was like, my roommate's kitten, Kita, well, she's, you know, over 1 year old now, but she's still a little baby. Especially compared to, like, the other 2 cats, because my cat is going to be turning 10 at the end of April. I think this video might be coming out in May, so he's already 10 years old by the time you guys watch this video. Hello! Morphine. Oh no, Metadorm. How much Metadorm do I got? Let's see. It's how much is it? It's 2. So I'll just do this. Bam. Okay, so let me see here. How much metadorm? 8. Well, I have more than enough metadorm. Yeah, let's get it fixed now while I have the money. Oh, right, I'm going to the theater. I'm not going into the stone yard. So yeah, now my keyword's working. Yay! So yeah, because it's like basically coffee spilled on, like, day-old coffee spilled on the keyboard, and I'm assuming that all gunked up in there. And that was the issue, and so when it dried, I guess everything was fine. Because I did wipe it down initially, but probably just needed more time to, like, sit and dry and whatever. That's as it goes, you know? As long as at the end of the day everything works. It's just like everything that happened. And it's like, turns out. Don't touch me. I hear that cloud. So hilarious. It's just so funny. Hey, Bachelor.
The wretched wound has opened.
Let's see. I need to ask you an intimate question. Be honest. I'll find out eventually anyway. I just rather hear it from you. If that was supposed to frighten me, it didn't. It's not like you're ever going to think anything's good of me, no matter what you hear and from whom. Listen up, Plague Girl. A matter of utmost importance is about to go to the dogs. This is why I'll trade my frankness for an executor's mask. One of these? The very thing. Are you surprised? Not in the slightest. It will fit you very well. So you wanted to ask about something sensitive? Tell me what led you to you being sent here. Right, he's asking about specifically the bachelor, Alexander Block, who's coming in later, and Agalia. Ah, I'm making no secret of that now. I can barely stop myself from grabbing passers-by by their collars and torturing them with my terrible tale. Do you think the powers that be knew all along that the town was doomed? No. The powers that be are anxious to save the town. That's what really matters to them. Even though they've sent me on this blasphemous mission crouched in a charitable rhetoric. But I'm going to make them sorry for being so just sweet about it, especially with Agalia insisting the town can't be saved. Indeed. Why not? The town is an unfortunate synthesis of an irreconcilable words. I know irreconcilable opposites. They're gnawing at each other, coupled forcibly by an extraneous will, like the two of the same pole of a magnet. Spirit can't be contained by everyday life matter. The town may have nurtured a miracle into existence, but it must be released now. And here, as you can see, Agalia is right. And what are her instructions? I don't know, but I can give you a tip. She's been surprisingly forthright with the Haruspecs. Ask him. Perhaps he'll share her confessions with you. I don't suppose the feelings have been mutual. And where are the Haruspecs now? I met him an hour ago. He was on his way to the termitary, specifically to its short block. Well, here's hoping he's still alive. Barack is onto some dirty work in the termitary. With the number of dead bodies in there, I'm sure he's thriving. However, he knows something about the Inquisitor, something even the Bachelor is oblivious to. I need to find him.
Should I just give up?
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Let me eat some. Let me eat some food. Do I have food? Yes, I do, and I have lemon. All right. I do need to get more food, but I do have milk. Very funny how I was like panicking how I needed food and I had milk on me the whole time. Hilarious. But yeah. So does seem that it does seem that Artemi is Artemi and Danil are still talking. You know. and cooperating. Um, yeah, just there's just much to think about with like the distance they have in Bachelor Route and the closeness they have in Haruspecht's route, and how it's not as clear here, but it's, as we're able to talk to both parties, it's a tough middle ground where it's, I'm still just trying to figure out what their relationship even is. um, but and I do think it's meant to be a little nebulous in that way. Like, I don't think it's 100% clear. Okay, cool. What's my immunity look like? Not very good. Let's get that up while I'm still over here. So, bink, bink, bonk. Okay, perfect. Alright, so now we're gonna run into the interminated district, not what it is, the infected district, to go to the termitary. Alright, so yeah, because we're gonna, this way will probably be the easiest way to get there. Oh, and maybe we can get some food, because sometimes the infected districts are kind of stock full. Or to have more food, because it's not like I'm going to there to get the food, so. But yeah, I've I've officially started my vacation. I think I mentioned it last time. Where, I mean, like, it's been started. It's been started. But now it's like, first day of the work week. Um, and I'm not at work. um, I do have to, like, do some cleaning today, which sucks. Like, I need to do it, and I will be happier once everything is clean as well. I ain't dealing with this. I'm not 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 dealing with this. Jesus Christ. Fuck you. There was so much good stuff in there that I couldn't grab because of that goddamned rat. What's my immunity like? Okay, so that luckily all it did was hurt me and nothing more. Not gonna complain. Let's go to this food store. See if anything good's in here. Okay, cool. Yeah, especially because the prices drop when Agalia gets in, and then they're just gonna go back up again when Alexander gets back, when Alexander shows up, but it's in the short block. Remember when I couldn't fucking find where to go? I remember vividly that I couldn't remember anything. Hello. Yeah, so I have a lot of Metadorm. My reputation. So let's give this guy some pain relief. Oh, reputation. Yeah, so yeah, I need to stock up on Metadorm so I can get my reputation up that way. So Haruspecht's is in here. Yes, he is.
So what's the Inquisitor's line of inquiry?
Ah, help me out, will you, Clara? I'll probably have to, one way or another. I've promised my help to a certain poor family. They gave me shelter once. Now I want to correct at least some of the wrongs I've inflicted upon them. Oh, some of the wrongs inflicted upon them by the Bachelor. What? The Bachelor wronged them? Does it sound crazy to you? Why on earth? It shouldn't. After the raid, he had promised to get their father out of jail, but I suppose he had then more important business to attend to. The man died in custody along with dozens of other innocents. How wicked! Give them these 5 vials, will you? They're an extract of... Well, you don't need to know. You see, I can't leave this place. I think I now have a chance to create my panacea before the day ends. Where do these people live? I don't know, but they were supposed to come to my cellar. They're probably waiting for me there now. Alright, give me the vials. Here, a family of townsfolk deceived by the bachelor are now waiting for Barak. The bachelor will sow a seed of malice. The Haruspex is keen to destroy the bachelor. Now, this is convenient. Even though petty mischiefs like these are hardly a test of my power, I must supply the head of the family mistreated by the bachelor with 5 flasks of Twirane.
I'd give anything for a decent meal.
There's still hope. We're not giving up yet. I need to talk to you. Wait, time enough. Tell me, the executors do have a free passage to the closed districts, don't they? Do you need an executor's cloak? How did you know? I just did. Take it. And now answer my questions. What did you want to ask me? Look at me. What did the Inquisitor tell you? You and your questions. I can't just go and reveal other people's secrets, especially not to you. I'm only interested in one thing. Those who sent her, what do they want? Well, there's an underhanded game going on there. The powers that be are playing everyone at once, killing several birds with one stone. For every single thing that misfires, they have a backup plan. They turn every failure to their advantage. This woman is one of those stones. It doesn't matter what the stone hits. Those are just her suspicions, though. I might even say her epiphanies. So Agalia Lilich was a stone they threw right at the town? The powers that be gave her hypocritical orders. They need this town with all the warts that have grown upon it. They are interested precisely in this living mutant. But to preserve all of it is a task as immoral as it is impossible, which is why they are disguising this objective as something else. In short, they utter one command and imply another. And why is preserving the town immoral and impossible? Not the town. The town proper ought to be saved all right. But in their parlance, the town means this entire order of things. This pump that sucks half humans out of the ground, who then feed children to that horrible tower over there. The envoy thinks the system is doomed. Hence, the ongoing disaster. Did you like her? An elegant woman, isn't she? And interesting. I believe I've answered all of your questions. Mind your own business. She turned out to be bitter and proud, right? Seems like it. Sort of. But I'm not entitled to an opinion here. What about the commander? Did she talk about him? What? Commander? Commander who? I see. No further questions. I know everything now. I can return to my father now. He is waiting in the rod.
So what's the Inquisitor's line of inquiry?
Okay. Alright, cool. So, we have that. So we'll go talk to my papa. And then I don't know where he's gonna have us go next. We'll see where he wants me to go next. And then we do need to go down here as well. But we'll get to all of it. I am confident. That's the best way to get to Dad. Probably... Well, it doesn't really matter too much. This way or that way. But... What time is it? 1700. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're still fine. Oh, is Sticky sick? So it is starting day 6. Oh, Sticky's sick, so it is starting day 6, and it's Sticky. Damn, and we technically haven't, like, officially met him either. So we're definitely gonna have to, like... This ain't my business. So yeah, that's why when we checked everyone else. Damn. So, yeah, so I guess that's one of our, yeah. So that means Haruspeck's fail date's 6.
What has this town turned into? Truly a country of contradictions.
I fulfilled your request. I do not need to be retold what others had to say. I'd like to hear it in your own words. Well, let's see. It's been doomed. The envoys have turned to destroyers against the will of those who sent them there. The envoys have turned into destroyers against the will of those who have sent them here. The powers that be only want one thing, and that's to preserve the town at any cost. Which means that I am beyond forgiveness. Do you love your town, Father? Its development was gradual. That's the key to all that has happened. Each new addition grew out of the one before it, like branches on a tree. The fruit was too heavy. It broke the tree. The Inquisitor is convinced that it's unnatural. An unnatural town, and yet it embodies the entirety of logic of the human existence. It's analytically involved into its humanity, and its humanity gave birth to its superhumanness. A desire for miracles, an endeavor to achieve the impossible, are inherent to humans, however ugly the particular form they might take. Who can dare deprive humans of a dream? Oh, so you have your doubts? Yes. Spare me your formulas. I will answer your questions candidly and without prejudice. Everything is seemingly self-evident anyway. War crimes and crimes against the state are the only kinds of crimes that warrant the death penalty without the need to worry about a possible judicial error. Do you blame yourself for what happened here? If anyone is to blame for turning it out this way, it's me. The ruler is always responsible for the suffering of the populace. I bear no blame for the outbreak of the epidemic, but blame for the devastation it has wrought upon our town is mine, and mine alone. A force like that is impossible to oppose. You may convict me now and hand me over to the Inquisitor. Katerina and I took counsel last night. We have foreseen this outcome, yet my wife believes that you'll be much more if you keep us alive for now. You will soon need people who are prepared to die. I know. Have you talked to Katerina yet? Talk to her. She still bears you no ill will, and now her goodwill is no longer muddled with considerations of either power or duty. We are both prepared to die. And another thing, the rod is open to you just as before. Goodbye. I will tell the Inquisitor of all that I have heard here. The hardest is yet to come. What is Katerina going to say to me? Can I still call her mother after she has rejected me?
What has this town turned into?
Yeah. It it makes sense. It makes sense that um to Alexander, yeah, that to if he were to talk to literally anybody else, he would keep up the front of like this, this powerful ruler type person, even though he himself is because I do think that I do believe that I believe what he says to Clara is true, right? Like I do believe that. Um and I believe he believes that to be true, right? Like, yeah, he doesn't, and I think he's fully aware of like the actions that he's taken. He needed to take some sort of action. I don't think he took the smartest action by any means, and I do think he is aware of that to some extent, which is interesting. But
The worst is yet to come.
it sure is. What are you going to tell me now? Have you talked to the Inquisitor? I've heard she'd clear you of your charges. Yes, for some reason it didn't take her long to stop doubting my innocence. Well, the tide has turned. The Saburovs have been stripped of power. When one falls from a great height, one cannot one cannot help but fall to one's death. We have been given very little time to transfer our power, both the power of the sword and the power of the spirit. What now? Now, you will be my envoy to Maria Kaina. Tell Maria that I'm abdicating from my throne as a mistress and bequeathing my position to another. Find out from her what Simon is saying about my successor as the mistress of the humble. She will not dare lie. Maria, she'll tear me to pieces. She will not dare. She'll know who I'm referring to. She has been studying you from afar for a long time now. An act like that would shake the foundation of our little cosmos. The balance between the three nodes must be maintained. She won't dare upset it. But who was the Saburov mistress before you? There was one. Don't ask for her name. Go now. Don't you dare hesitate. This is an issue I cannot resolve on my own. Fear nothing. I'll ask her. Once again, I have to visit Maria. I am no longer afraid, for I feel that her and Capella are soon to become the only ones alive who will share my all-encompassing loneliness. Or was an end such as this chosen by Katerina? I wouldn't know. What's the best way? So, this is actually honestly going this way is the best way. Well, we'll get down here eventually. I'm not going to worry too much about it yet. We'll have time. And so if we go to Maria, then we go back. Maria might have us go somewhere else though, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll get to it. We have time. It's again, what time is it now? You know, we have plenty of time. But I have plenty of time. Assuming, of course, that you know, Maria doesn't have me do a cajillion other things. But, you know, regardless, because then we have the Haruspecs, and if the Haruspecs quest is like the Bachelor version of the quest, then I don't think I have anything to worry about, honestly. That's probably going to be pretty short, pretty self-explanatory. We go to his place, we give that to the kid, we give that to the family, then we go back to him, and he's like, cool, thank you. You know, I don't know what what he'll give us, if he will give us anything. He was talking about the panacea, though, so part of me is hoping he'll give me a panacea. I haven't really had much chances to get, like, panacea or... Well, panacea doesn't show up until Agalia shows up anyway, just, like, due to the nature of how things go. But I've only gotten one Schmouter, so, you know. What the fuck? Bunch of horse shit. I hate it when it does that. It's so rude. It's so rude every time. Okay. Let's get my... Well, I'm not going through any other infected district, so... that was so rude. That was so rude. Okay. Alright, so now we're going over here. Yeah, and it does seem like we want to do this quest before going back to Agalia, because even though we have to tell Agalia that yes, Saburov is guilty, at the same time, I don't think it is in our best interest to just, like, again, I don't think we should get rid of him. I don't think that is, you know, that's not what happens anyway. At least not in any of the other portions of things. Or versions of events, but also, you know, he's our bound, so he's gonna stick around.
I think I'm having fever heat.
Katerina has asked me to tell you that she's abdicating from her throne as a mistress. Is she? That has been long overdue. An event like this means the Inquisitor's arrival was well worth the wait indeed. In whose favor? Katerina wants to know what Simon is saying about it. You're a funny girl. He doesn't exactly appear before me in the mirror, you know. It's only in scary tales that spirits talk in a hollow voice from under the ground. But here's the good news for you. Simon can really testify about the mistress of the humble. How? Just like that, you see. It's strange that Simon is still alive, diffused, as it were, within the town itself. We can feel his presence. He claims it's you who are making this possible. How can he if he doesn't speak? We're busy thinking about how to reassemble his spirit, particle by particle, and saturate it with life. Then he'll say more. Off you go, girl. We won't hurt you anymore. What with Algalia's orders, too. I'll make you answer. I'll soon start speaking to you as an equal. Don't celebrate just yet. This town has yet another mistress in the making. She may be a mere tot for now, but I'm already more inclined to reckon with her than with you. Ask Capella the same thing you asked me. Ask her who Victoria wants to see to replace Katerina. I'll do just that. It's time to see Capella. I wouldn't say I didn't see it coming. Sooner or later, everything comes to a head. Is it too late now to step away from this path? For me it is. The road goes all the way downhill, and I am moving at such a speed that if I were to stop, I would break apart. Okay, so we'll go to Capella. I don't know if Capella will have me go somewhere else, though, so depending on where Capella tells me to go, because I could go down here. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, because it's... If I can conveniently... Yeah, because we'll go through this way, and then down this way here, yeah. Yeah, and also, interestingly enough, I think I didn't mention this in my synopses, but, Ava is no longer at the Stillwater. I don't know if she'll, like, show up there, like, in a couple days or something like that at all. I have no idea. But we shall see. Wish I could go around that way, but it's blocked off. As it goes.
The winter comes soon, I hope.
Tell me, you do speak with your mother, don't you? Maria is asking who Victoria would like to see as the new mistress. No, I do not speak with her. My powers aren't strong enough for that yet. But Mother talks to me sometimes. Has she ever spoken of the future mistress of the humble? Of the mistress of the earth? No. But Mom did hint that owing to you, Simon survives and is regaining life. Do you hear me? This means that Katerina must name you as her successor. Is she relinquishing power? She is. At any rate, nothing is going to happen while Katerina is alive. It's not a throne. One cannot sign away the spirit to someone else. But it probably won't be long. Let's just hope that she doesn't get you mixed up and accidentally hand her lyre over to your dark sister. She won't make that mistake. I can vouch for that. How unexpected. It was but a moment ago that I trembled in anticipation of Capella's decision. I was afraid I would have to wear this fearsome crown, but I am no longer afraid. She told me something that halted my descent. I am at a crossroads again.
What?
Okay. So, now let's go do the Haruspex quest. It doesn't seem like we have to go back to Maria. And then we'll go back to Katharina. Yeah, that's the... Okay, so we'll go talk to... I mean, it does seem like... Essentially, Katarina just wanted confirmation from the other two mistresses. Essentially. Which we have obtained from both ends, so So even though they can't directly state, yes, that's the case, but it's like I don't think Katarina was looking for like a direct answer in that way anyway, because that's not really how the mistress's powers work. So I think everything is exactly as to plan, as it were. Okay. So then we'll give this to the Haruspecs, because if we have to go back to the Haruspecs, it makes sense to do that when we're here, because it's a quick trip. I don't know where Katarina will have us go, though. We had her confirm what, but, you know, okay. So now let's go down here. Hello. We've heard about all manner of things about you. I've been sent by Barak. Who's that? Don't you know? The Haruspecs. Ah, I see. What did he say to you? It doesn't work out? He asked me to give you these vials. So there's still honest people. Not everything in the world is lost then. Yes, it takes all sorts. Goodbye. Sorry. Let's see. I can go back to the Haruspecs. Okay, they're pretty straightforward. Nothing fancy about that. Bottle. Alright, so now we will go to Katarina. I don't know where Katarina will have us go next. I don't know if she'll have us go anywhere. We might just be able to talk right to Galia, honestly speaking. That doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, probably we can go right back to Agalia afterwards. So we'll go to Haruspecs. He probably won't have us do anything else. We'll go to Agalia, and then that'll tie the bow on this day, I think, because no one else has given me any other quests. So I think we should be fine? Question mark. As it goes.
Only in things of small value, they usually are bold enough not to trust to appearances.
I'm back, Katarina. I've asked about the mistress-to-be. What are they saying? Oh, curious. They say they'd recognize my power, but not my sister's. Well, so be it. Is there something that you wanted to ask me? Tell me, Katarina, was it of your own volition that you, the Sabarovs, abetted this terrible pestilence? There is nothing to tell. Everything is clear. I never had the power. I am not a true mistress. I lied, but not for gain. Merely because I wanted so much to be like them. No, wishing for a miracle is not enough to become a miracle worker. Thank goodness you aren't my natural daughter. It's not your fault. It is. I know for sure now. I lied, and was lied to. This rat prophet, the creature from my dreams, was the spawn of my lies. So there. I have betrayed everybody's trust. I must go. No, that will not be. I'll tell you one thing. Trust me on it if you can trust me at all anymore. Leave me and my husband alive for a while. We won't last long anyway. We'll be useful to you in the end. How? You're going to need a bound following. People whose entire inner nature, whose blood, cells, hearts, and livers will acknowledge that they've lived a bad, sinful life, and that only with an act of sacrifice will they be able to atone for the evil that they have committed. Why? I believe in you. Saving people is your calling. Yes, you've been a bringer of death. But isn't it true that sometimes to save is to release? For this world, healing is death. Such is the logic of law. The disease is treating the spore upon the world. You are a mistress. Have no doubt of that. Rule wisely. And farewell. I'll tell the Inquisitor what I've heard here. There. Now I saw them. I never expected to see anything of this kind in the rod. What am I going to say to Agalia? I should make a decision on my way to the cathedral. Alright, so now let's go to the horror specs. Let's get my immunity back up. Drugs. Interesting, we're touching all of the humbles. Ah! Leave me alone. Ay, let me... Okay. Curious. Even though it touched me, it didn't do anything to my immunity. I'm not going to complain about that, that's for sure. Anyway. Anyway. I hate those red ones. The red clouds. Think they're called, like, the Angels of Death? I hate them. Oh my god! Leave me alone. Ay. Ay.
They could have sent Herman off instead of her. Word is he's heartless.
I've given them the files. So this man, is he alive and well? They thank you. Called you a benefactor. At first I thought you were an evil spirit. And you, it turns out, really go around helping people. Here. Take this. It's for you. Thank you. You're not as bad as I thought either. Money! Yippee! If only they had killed one another sooner. The time will come when the both of them will cause the greatest evil and pull my true fate away from me. Okay. So now we're gonna head back to Agalia. And then, do something, I guess. I'm not really... So I think, yeah, that's kind of the end of, like, the major stuff going on, as it were. And yeah, no, I think then we'll go ahead and start day 8. I can't believe Sticky is sick. I'm sorry, man. Oh my god! I don't even get to see it. It just happens, and I'm supposed to deal with it? Ay. Anyway. Yeah, after I finish, I like sat down and started, and then I'm like, ah, I wish I had a cup of coffee. And I realized at any point I could have just stopped, made the cup of coffee, and come back, but I've committed. I'm sitting here. I'll make that cup of coffee later. I do need to clean today, and like, it won't take me long. Like, I do it regularly enough that it's not going to be like painful. It's like you clean. If you clean every so often, then it's like you have less to clean as a whole because stuff isn't sitting for a while and mucking up. Um, it's 2000 already. Wow. Um, but but then if you as it were, what is that? But then if it's like you let it sit for a while, then you're cleaning for a lot longer. So, I have let the bathroom sit for a little longer than I would have liked. I usually try to do it like every couple weeks, but last weekend when I was supposed to do everything, I just did Bentley's litter box area, the cat litter box area, which, to be fair, needed to be cleaned very badly because I'm sure, as you can imagine, it gets very gross in the kitty cat litter box area. Um, luckily, I don't think that's really a contest. I do need to do like a basic clean of it as well, especially since tomorrow I'm heading up. I'm gonna do some hiking, so I'm gonna travel for a couple days. Nothing super crazy. Stay in a little cabin. That's gonna be pleasant. I'm excited to do that. And then yeah, no, nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. I ain't dealing with this. I am not dealing with this. But so I want to make sure everything's kind of clean and all set, because even though I'll only be away for a couple days, it's like when I come back, it'll be nice to not have to worry about that. And then for the rest of my vacation, it's like I already did my cleaning, I did the initial chores. I mean, I'll still have to do some shopping and stuff. Since I'm borrowing a car, gonna do some shopping. Gotta bring Bentley to the vet next week for his annual. He's due for his shots, etc. The normal stuff.
Premonitions rarely fail me.
I have proof that I'm not who I've been mistaken for. I performed a miracle. What miracle have you performed? Yesterday I cleansed the atrium district, the one that borders on the cathedral. Go and see for yourself. That could be a simple coincidence. So you don't believe me? This information needs to be thoroughly checked. If it is indeed the way you describe it, then you're capable of cleansing districts one at a time. I suppose I might even reward you for such feats. Test me. You'll see I'm telling the truth. Yippee!
No, no need to rush. The matter requires composure and self-possession.
I've fulfilled the task you gave me. Of course you have. I'll tell you a little secret. There was no way you could have failed at it. Right, like there was any doubt of that. The outcome was predetermined. Is that what you're saying? No, it's not about the outcome being predetermined. It certainly wasn't. What's true, however, is that the particular course of action you were going to take was completely irrelevant to me. Why? My dear child, no matter what you did, I would draw out the correct conclusions. No one's taking your freedom away from you. You can refuse if you'd like. You can attempt to escape. And even if you succeed at it, it won't mean my defeat. All I want to understand is your role in this world. And what role would that be? I am going to give you 3 tests. I'm going to send you to the three grimmest loci in this town. The foundation of the 3 pillars its mystery rests upon. 3 symbols representing the 3 worlds it's made up of. Your encounters with each of the 3 will reveal your essence in its fullness. And what if I don't reveal myself? If I just deliberately won't? You will. Any single action of yours will tell me more about what you think, and that includes refraining from an action. It sounds as if I were some animal you were studying. So here's my flat action. What is to be done about the Sabarovs? This dollhouse family has been audacious enough to think that they can rule over human settlement as it's experiencing an ultimate catastrophe. A family whose actions led to the death of several thousand people. No, just don't do anything to them. They are so unhappy, it's not their fault. Huh. They are not guilty. Even if it was them who surrendered me to the slaughter, even though they were possessed by evil, caused great harm to the place they lived, seduced the others with their false truths, and condemned those who deserved to be forgiven. For all this, I will not be their judge. I will try to redress what they have done. Yeah, because it's... Again, yes, but at the same time, it's like, I am going to play in such a way where it's like, I don't want anything to happen to them. I don't believe, I don't believe they are guilty for the epidemic. And again, even though, again, I do believe what Saburov did was stupid to an extent. I don't think his actions made total sense, or were very well thought out most of the time. But I do believe that, no matter what he would have done, there would have been thousands dead. I don't think there's anything, even if he followed precisely to the rule, what the Bachelor did, if he enforced it, if he didn't, it doesn't matter. I don't think some of the things that have happened could have been avoided one way or another. And part of that is that's the nature of his role. That their roles were to attempt to rule and then fail, point blank, right? So
I haven't slept for 3 nights in a row. I don't think I'll manage another one.
okay, so all right, let's eat. Oh, I'm getting tired. Well, let's stay at the Bachelor's. Sleep there overnight. Ay, ay, ay. I do seem to be making money hand over fist now. Don't know where the Harvestbucks got that money from. Well, I mean, I know where he got... I know where he got money from sometimes. Let's see, is Ava gonna be here at all? Nope. Well, my bed now. Alright, so let's see. Let's see, what are my stats like? I'm a little bit hurt. Well, let's take some. I have it, so we might as well. Alright, let's get some sleepy. And take off. Yeah, let's sleep for 6 hours. What do I lose?
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
Okay. Little sister. There she is again. I can see now that she's precisely who she pretends to be. Okay, so I think that's just the same every time. So, let's see. Let's see. I saw her in a dream once again, and although she was covering her face with her hands, I saw that her lips were oozing blood. I saw blood trickling from beneath her eyelids and glistening in the cracks of her desiccated palms. I heard her mumble through her fingers. This is not the crowd that seeks me now, not these mindlessly fervent people who I've came to love so much, not them, but 2 demons, 2 destroyers, armed to their teeth and devoid of human compassion. They hate me for even more than they loathe each other, and they want nothing more than my death. They will capture me, make me an object of trade. They will pay generously in silver and blood to learn where I am and tear me limb from limb. The names of the demons are Artemi, spawned by the heat of the earth, and Danil, begotten from the cold celestial flame. From my window, I saw each of them bring a butcher down with the flaming Suwak ring. They are fighting each other, but neither will win the fight. Oh. Oh, the bull's disappeared. You don't see its face, but you see the town. You see the ghost of the tower. Okay. So this is the infected district. They say this ring of Suwak, that's what's here. So she's probably over here somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but somewhere. So we'll have to look for her there. Okay. Alright, alright, okay. Alright, we don't have anything yet, obviously, but okay. So we'll go see if the bachelor's upstairs. Hey!
What?
Okay. Okay, then bye. Oh yeah, I forgot I can't close the door. It's open forever. I'm just gonna check. Will Ava spawn here, or is she, like, gone? Interesting. Interesting. She's, like, there still in our like, he's still there in Harspec's route, but she's gone here, so, like, we can assume that. That's so interesting. That's fascinating. And maybe it's, like, partially that she is gone, it's just that because, yeah, just Artemi just doesn't realize that she's ever disappeared or something. It's just like, yeah, no, Ava's still there, I guess. Because he doesn't really converse with her, really. Interesting, interesting. That's all. That's all. I don't really have much else to say. There's, you know? Alright. I wonder who will be sick today.
What?
You've showed up. Well done. Today's mission is going to be dangerous, my dear. More dangerous than yesterday's one, at any rate. What task will you have with me today? You've mesmerized people before, with quite some success. This really speaks in support of your being exceptional. Today you are going to test your powers on a monster. You will meet Oyen, the foreman of the abattoir. Another wicked criminal. Judging from what I've managed to find out, he's elbow deep, nay, shoulder deep in blood. An amazing specimen of irredeemable sin. He has no concept of mercy and no conscience. Come to think of it, I'm not sure he has a soul at all. And what if I do find a soul in him? You can try. I think it would be an exercise in futility. It will be another small miracle then. Find out whether he is guilty. Also try to assess how much of a threat he is. Threat to what? To whom, rather? To the one who will have a lot of dealings with him. To sum up, I will need a psychological portrait of this being. Gain his trust and learn as much as you can. Aren't you afraid that I could deceive you? I'm not. I would learn a great deal more of what I need to know from your deceit than from your honesty, with a few added touches to your own portrait. By the way, let me tell you a little secret about yourself. The first key to unraveling your mystery. You are entirely incapable of deceit. Does that mean I'm a mistress? The only one around who could be described as a mistress is, at the present moment, me. How am I to get inside the abattoir? These passages open and close at random, as if controlled by a sort of paranormal sphincter. It looks like a hole, but no human can get through. The mental barrier is impassable even to me. So what am I supposed to do? Find a girl at the termitary who goes by the name of the Mother Superior. Come up with something to make her let you pass. I suppose you'd handle a small child without any difficulty. However, I wouldn't advise you to try your spells on her. She's a step-born. A special kind of step-born. Not a good idea. I'll think of something. She acts the town, its entrails. She acts as if she were conducting a chemical experiment. First she has tested whether I mix well with people. Now she's curious if I mix well with the town itself. Galia seems to think the town is formed by 3 major substances, and I'm going to start with one at the very bottom. The road to the abattoir has to pass through the termitary. Okay, interesting. Alright. So now we're going to want to go here and go talk to Taya and see what she wants us to do. I need to grab my supply of minomycipium, as it were. Anything else?
We weren't given too much time, now were we?
Let's see. I've cleansed the spleen district. Are you convinced now? Maybe. Maybe. So if you think that were not for you, doubtlessly. How did you do it? Oh, sorry. Maybe. So you think that if not for you, the district would still be infected now? Doubtlessly. And how did you do it? I've banished a certain someone from there. A carrier. Maybe. Then how can I verify the truth of your words? It's easy to claim credit for a work that does itself. I once knew a man who convinced an entire village that the sun would have stopped rising in the east if not for his heroic effort. Incidentally, he too was considered a saint. You have no alternative. Isn't it your duty to cleanse the entire town of the infection? If the powers that be find out you had a chance to reduce it and didn't take it, you're a clever little girl. I'll give you that. Carry on with your work. Collect the reward you've been promised. And make sure you remember our deal. I do remember it. Ooh, and she gave me some, antibiotics. Or, things. Interesting. Okay. Alright, cool. So after I cleanse this, I can probably get some more stuff from her, which is good. Also, judging from the walkthrough that I'm glancing at, apparently I can tell the Bachelor for money, or the Harspects for panacea, and then, but my reputation will drop. So...
The true way to be deceived is to think oneself more knowing than others.
So, it does drop the reputation, so I have to make sure my reputation is pretty full. Otherwise, it'll fuck me over. But I think it is worth it. And I don't know if on top of that I can also talk to Regalia. It does seem like I can only do it once a day, though. So it's possible that I've done mine one for today.
I'm deadly tired.
So, I'll worry about that later. My immunity, yeah, I know. Okay, okay, so I don't have to worry about that yet, because I do have to go all the way here, but I want to talk to everyone as well, so I've talked to Bachelor, he has nothing. Talked to Galia, she's giving me her quest. I've talked to Victor, nothing. Georgie, nothing. I gotta talk to Maria. Then, I do want to go to the theater before the theater closes. What time is it? I have time, and then after the theater, I'll do whatever. Ugh. I'm not super worried about it all said, though. I don't know how much there is to do today, all said, so... It could be a very busy day, or it could be a very straightforward day. We will see.
Yes.
Here speaks a mistress to a mistress. And yet I wonder if you have the same strength to speak to me candidly and without prejudice. Don't joke like that, Maria. I love Maria. I love Maria. She is so mean sometimes. Like, and it's like, not unwarranted. And it's, it's also like kind of the place on the structure where she is, Um, cool. All right, let's see if there's any food. So I'm definitely running low, and I'll definitely need some. It's so weird that people are throwing away needles. That's such a strange thing to throw away. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's such a strange thing to throw away. Like, I'm not gonna complain, like, some of this stuff is broken or whatever, but just like a needle? So strange. Yeah. Like, the only thing I can think is, like, maybe the eye is broken, and then the needle becomes pretty useless. But that aside, I don't know. Very odd. Very strange.
I know how celestial bodies work. I know the logic of numbers.
Yes, Mom.
Solid bodies drown in water. It's a law. Life breaks into particles and is reborn again. It is a law.
Do you see now how many mysteries the Earth holds? The more terrifying the mystery, the deeper it lies, and the fewer wells can reach them.
You can trick anyone but me, the emissary of the powers that be. I know how this world had been built. I know how its life works. I know the laws it operates under. It's supposed to be very simple and proportional.
True, Mom. That's what it's supposed to be.
True, ma'am. That is what it's supposed to be.
So let it be. It's not the end of the world. It's just an epidemic. It's gone out of proportion. The law will prevail. I'll restore the balance. Not all is lost. I know where the root of this evil lies.
This is like, that one is absolutely one of my like most favorite theater shows, like hands down.
The army arrives tomorrow. That's not the train we were waiting for.
Nope, it is not, Mark. You are right about that. All right, so who will we talk to? Let's go. We have to go up to the termitary, so maybe we'll go down. I don't know. You know what? We'll wing it. We'll wing it. That's fine. Oh. And so the well has been filled.
Interest speaks all sorts
Okay,
of...
bye. Right, because it's when Agalia shows up, because she's just like, and you're telling to the Bachelor, she's like, are you telling me you didn't investigate? And he's like, okay, I'll go. And then he goes, and it's Phil, and he's like, oh, what happened? And Vlad's like, I don't know, stuff happens sometimes. But, yeah. Because it's like, it feels so suspicious, and then in Harspec's thread it happens, and he's just like, yep, there are criminals there. And he's like, oh, okay, can I, like, go there still? Because I need to... He was... Oh, yeah, no, it's like, where... He was like, I need your book of stuff. And he's just like, yeah, my book of stuff fell in right before they filled it. And he was like, ah, oh, damn, let me go down there. Let me go down there. The Rat Prophet's not there, but it's fine. Etc., etc. Not getting sick. Damn. Both hard specs. Huh, okay. Well, Sticky and Notkin. Oof, oof. Alright, and then, so... Alright, so then let's... Unless we have to talk to Notkin for whatever reason, I guess we can just not worry about going to the south warehouses, I suppose. Damn. He really didn't. I mean, again, I think it stinks because it's like, I know, or I feel like I know that the kids have like a more of a focus with Clara in the second half, because that's a lot of like what the Haruspex is doing, like going back and forth between all the kids who are like, yep, Clara went this way, or yeah, Clara was telling me such and such, and da 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 da. So,
Where there's carrion, there are crows.
getting stronger bit by little bit, ain't you? Yeah, you're not beholden by the by the price. You'll gouge all the prices if you have the ability to, and you do.
Perfect valor is to do without witness what one would do before all the world.
Okay. Eh. Okay, cool. So, okay, and that area is sick, but we can go up and talk to Capella. My immunity is up. I have my clothes on. Okay. Make a save. Alrighty. Yeah, because usually Capella is a big proponent of providing side quests. Okay. Alright. It is so funny how the game, as soon as the arsonists do their thing, the game immediately starts to run like shit. It's very funny.
The winter comes soon, I hope.
Okay, nothing new. Probably a Big Vlad has nothing for me as well, but I'll check anyway. Doesn't hurt.
Someone.
Let me get out of here. Alright, so let's go down Haruspex, Grace, and Aspity, then try to find her sister, and then who we'll have to talk to after that? We'll need to go talk to Taya, to kind of get that going. She'll probably have us do stuff. There's no way she's not just gonna open the abattoir. She never just does that. She doesn't even do that for Artemi. Then we'll go. I don't know where she'll send us to, but we'll then talk to the Stomatins, the Sabarovs, Anna Angel. We'll need to talk to Yulia and Lara as well, just in case they have something for us. But we'll figure that out as it happens. I'm not super worried about it, etc., etc.
Shabnakadir is tracing the streets like bacteria in a vein.
And yet, you and I are two of a kind. Fine. You win. I'm not going to bite anymore. We haven't even had the real conversation yet, sister. Curious. Curious. Alright. Let's go find our sister, and then hopefully we'll run into the Haruspex. So she can see the circle, so it's probably over here. It's probably one of these three houses, then. Okay, so one of those three. Okay, so for house what? Alright. Shouldn't have given me any infection, considering my immunity's all the way up. Oh, she's immediately in this house. Okay, so let's load up because I don't want to get sick. That would suck. Oh, my immunity is a little low. Okay. Alright. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Okay, so I know she's in here at least. First round, that's pretty good. She's right here. Alright. Okay, so we did that. So we'll have to find our sister. Find her supporters. Per the walkthrough, her supporters are over here. Over near Lara's house. So, I mean, we're gonna go to talk to Lara anyway, so I'm not super worried about that. So, okay, we found the sister. So, let us go to Taya and finish things up there, because that feels good to me. Okay, let's just get out of here. You know, not bad finding her on our first try, basically. Usually it's like I'm searching and I'm searching and I'm searching and then I'm failing. So, hey, you know, not gonna complain about that. Kind of the best case scenario there, really. You know what? It's bad out there. But you know that, don't you? Yeep. Let's just check the sharp block briefly. See if Artemi is in here. Oh, nope, it's locked, so never mind. Oh, maybe he's over here? I know that's where he was during Bachelor Route. Nope, okay. Alright, well, Power Specs is somewhere, I guess. I don't know where. He's somewhere, though. Okay. And now that the Termitary is opened up, there's always people in pain, so if we need to get our reputation up, we can always just go here and give them some pain meds. I'll need to get more from the kids, but we'll worry about that later. It all ends in less than 5 days. The army arrives tomorrow. Day 8, in which the changeling traces it all back to the source and realizes that the town desperately needs a true mistress.
So, the lady that came here decided to look into the abattoir. Nothing good will come out of this.
Why? You come to this place often. I can't really say I'm glad to see you. Why not? You bring us nothing but misfortune. You have to be patient, Mother. Such is fate.
What?
What is the news of the outer town? Taya, let me into the abattoir. Let your butchers take me inside. I will if you tell me a nice fairy tale. I must warn you, though, I'm picky. Why so? I know all fairy tales. I've heard many of them many times over. Boring. Since I've left the tower, only Sticky has managed to amuse me that one time. How? Did he make up a fairy tale? Who makes up fairy tales? What's wrong with you? Fairy tales are never made up. Made-up fairy tales are just fiction. You can spot them at once. Sticky's been the last to bring me a skilled storyteller. I was just before the plague. We were boarded up later that night. Let's see what we can come up with here. Okay, so now we gotta go talk to Sticky, and he's sick. However peculiar the gatekeeper that guards the passage into the abattoir, the way getting past is the same as ever. What kind of fairy tale shall I humor her with? Which would she like the most? I don't have any hooks to unpick her yet. A boy named Sticky can help me with this. Alright, so I'm going to make a save, and this is where we're going to end it for today. We'll have to oh, let's see. Do I have that with me? Yes, I think I might have Sabium. I'll have to pick up more, but I will be here. Probably after we talk, we can go right back to her, but honestly, I'll go here because I need to pick up my rest of my supply, just in case. Now that we actually will need it. Let's, but, yeah, so I'll pop over here. I'll probably go back to her. I might just do the main quest, because if it's, assuming that they don't have me go anywhere else, I can just go right to the abattoir, and then I'll exit through the front, as opposed through the back, and talk to everyone over here. Because I'll have to probably go back to, after I talk to everybody, I'll have to go talk to, Agalia anyway. So, yeah, so my plan will be abattoir, yeah, so Taya, Sticky, assuming they don't help me go anywhere else. If it's as straightforward as Sticky, then Taya, then abattoir, then that'll be done, and then I will talk to everybody here, go here, do the supporters, talk to Agalia, and then we'll figure it out the rest from there. I don't really know, but yeah, alright, so that's where we're gonna leave it for today. I hope y'all have a grand old time. Bye!